Sola Scriptura doesn't exist. Hi, my name is Maddie Waimoto. I'm a Bible scholar specializing in gender and sexuality, and this person asked what my thoughts are on Sola Scriptura. I have kind of complicated feelings about it, so let's get into it. First of all, if you don't know, Sola Scriptura means only Scripture, and it's one of the Protestant tenets. It's something that differentiates Protestants from the Catholic Church. Hold on, I'm gonna put my lip tint on while we chat because I'm literally just a girl. Now, there are some very important things to remember about Sola Scriptura. First of all, it doesn't really exist. The scripture that we have is nothing without church tradition. That's right, even our Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek texts were given to us by the early church fathers. So it is literally impossible to interpret scripture without some influence from early church tradition. So this means, as interpreters of the Bible, we have to acknowledge the influence and importance of church tradition. However, what makes me very Protestant is the fact that I don't always give it the same weight. And this is because early church tradition is very misogynistic, homophobic, racist, anti-Semitic, the whole nine yards. So it's important for me to know what they said, but it isn't always important for me to live by it. Now, I do know that there are more progressive Catholics and Orthodox Christians out there, and I would love for them to weigh in on this video and to educate us all. But the truth is, the biggest reason why I am Protestant is because I was raised Protestant. All of my family is Protestant, except for my uncle's husband. Love you, Joel. This means that the way that I read the Bible, the way that I interact with my faith, is very fundamentally Protestant at the end of the day. Now, I do have thoughts and perspectives that do align with particularly the Eastern Orthodox tradition, like my view of anthropology and sin, but I can make another video on that. But in short, my view of Sola Scriptura is that it doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's important to know our church tradition and to acknowledge its influence. But at the end of the day, if there is a more oppressive view that also happens to be more traditional, I'm going to choose the other option, and that makes me pretty Protestant. However, I will say that Martin Luther was an asshole, and I do not claim him. However, he did give me the right to not claim him, so thanks, I guess.